Hello, families of Galesburg Christian School. Welcome to the 2023-2024 school year. I'm looking forward to an exciting year, an awesome year. It's been quite a summer, and I appreciate all of those who have volunteered and helped us get ready for this school year, especially in our academy campus and the whole idea of going to two campuses again and getting that building ready has been daunting, but it has been possible because of just some awesome volunteers that have come forward and helped us and encouraged us along the way. Boy, it has been amazing, and I'm just thankful for that, and thankful for those who believe in what we're doing enough to come forward and help us and encourage us along the way. And I'll tell you, just by showing up to clean or to help move something, all of that is just so encouraging to me, and just helps us kind of continue on. And I'm thankful for just all those that have stepped up so much. And if you see Laura Swanson, our board president, she has really spearheaded and encouraged and cheerleaded our volunteers all along the way. And I'm just so thankful for her and for her efforts. And make sure you thank her when you see her. And I'm thankful for all her hard work there. Our purpose of our orientation is really to help you understand what we're doing and why, and how we're going about stuff this year. Obviously, with two campuses, things are going to change again, so you do need to pay attention. But we also want to just make sure that we're all on the same page of why we're here even. And so I hope as we go through these things quickly, you'll remember those things. So first off, our vision, Galesburg Christian School strives for academic, spiritual, and extracurricular excellence. We want to do all that we can do to the best of our ability. And that's honestly a big part of the reason that we went to two campuses, so that we could do more, so that we could offer more for our students in areas of academics and extracurricular especially. But we also look at the spiritual aspect, the opportunities we have for chapel and for having guest speakers in and for having school-wide assemblies even. All of it is going to be benefited. Our extracurricular, our new elementary sports and having a gym for junior senior hires for PE and for their athletics, all of these things have just really been improved so much this summer, because of the purchase of our Academy Street campus. And so we are excited. This has been the board's vision. We have been working hard to make it all happen, and I appreciate their efforts there. Our mission, Galesburg Christian School, is committed to providing a Christ-centered, complete educational experience of each child. We want to see each child growing. And that is the purpose of a lot of what we do, is to see each child growing because of the complete educational experience we're giving them. And when it's all centered on Christ, and so who we hire and how we go about all those things, it's all for that purpose. Along with our mission and our vision, we also have our building blocks. These building blocks are something that you have hopefully seen for the last couple of years if you've been with us. We try to emphasize them to our students and to our faculty, to our board members. They're important for all of us. But that's the building blocks of being prepared, being relational, being honorable. And those look different for who you are, whether you're a preschooler or a board member or an administrator or a teacher. They're all a little bit different. Even from a preschooler to a senior in high school, those look different of what those core values, how they will play out in their education and in their expectations, and the growth that we want to see in those areas as well. And so we think those are important, though, and helpful. And so we'll keep those in front of your eyes all the time, and hopefully your students will come and even begin to learn some of that vernacular of that we have as part of our culture here at GCS. Our theme this year we thought would be appropriate to include the idea of expansion, since we've expanded. So we have chosen expanding excellence. And that mindset that we are expanding, as I've already mentioned, this is such an important part of who we are, what we've done this summer. It's not just about getting another building so we can have more students, but instead expanding our programs. In fact, right now we haven't grown a ton this year as much as I was hoping. By the way, we still have room for students, and if you have families that you can point our direction, we'd love to service them and help them and encourage them along the way in their educational needs as well. point of our direction. We have room in a lot of our classes, and we recognize that that we want to have those classes filled up just for our own purposes of making budgets work and everything else. But we also recognize that part of our expansion ideas was not to just get more students, but instead to expand our excellent offerings. And as I already mentioned, we believe we've done that this year, and we have more areas that we want to do in the future as finances and personnel, and that's a big key, is personnel provides it. And so we're looking forward to that as well. And so with that idea of expanding excellence, we chose this verse for this year. I thought it would be very appropriate. You may be familiar with this verse from the popularity of the prayer of Jabez years ago. I know I'm showing my age now, but that doesn't seem like that long ago to me. But that was a really popular little book and reminder and a prayer to pray. But I think it's just such an important prayer for us this year as we begin this new endeavor with split campuses and our junior senior high building and all that means. But here this verse says, "Oh, that you would bless me and expand my territory. Please be with me in all that I do and keep me from all trouble and pain." Simple prayer that Jabez prayed, but we know that it says that God blessed him. And we honestly are asking you to pray for Galesburg Christian School. That the Lord would expand our territory, that He would bless us beyond what we could ever imagine. He already has, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you soon about all of the ways that God has blessed even through this building expansion and all the different ways that we've seen His hand guide and direct and provide, and it's been absolutely amazing. And so we've seen God bless. Continue to pray for us. Pray for me as I lead this organization. Pray for our board as they give me direction and guidance and my parameters of what I need to be doing. And pray for our teachers and all of our staff, that we would come together and work hard together to do great things for your students, for the cause of the kingdom, for the benefit of this community. And we're looking forward to all of that. We do have some exciting dates coming up. Our backpack nights, August 22nd and 24th. Next Tuesday and Friday, or Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday. And you can bring your child to meet your teacher, learn your lockers for the junior senior high, learn the new lay of the land, and I'm looking forward to seeing students kind of hopefully mouth wide open of amazement of what we've been able to do with that building. And so we look forward to that on August 22nd and 24th. You can choose either night to come. Remember that your child's teacher has a lot of people to get through their classroom, not just you. Don't hog their time, but do get to meet them and let their child meet them and understand all those things. Remember, you don't have to bring any supplies that night because we provide all of those. And really, the only thing you need to bring for 1st through 12th grade is a Bible. And if you're in junior senior high, you want to bring a locker shelf as well. That would be helpful. And so we look forward to all of that and to see great things happen there. Little reminder about how we communicate. We do use multiple ways to communicate with you because we understand that not everyone communicates the same way. We get that. We know that some people love text messages, some people ignore text messages. We know some people love email. We know some people have an inbox full of unread emails. We get that. Now we would kindly ask you and humbly ask you to please read your emails from us. That really does help us. We will have a remind flyer. A remind is a text messaging service that we use that we find really helpful. That will be in your packets that you get on orientation or on backpack nights. Please sign up for that. That's how we're going to communicate quickly with you. Your teachers will also have or may also have a remind for their specific class. That is different than the school one. So if you find one from your teacher, it's probably not the same one as the school one. The school one is divided into 3 different categories, our early ed, our elementary, and our junior senior high. Make sure you sign up for the appropriate ones because there'll be different messages going to the different ones depending upon what the message is. So sign up for the right one. If you have children in multiple groups, make sure you sign up for each one. That will help us a lot. We also have RenWeb. If you have enrolled, you have a RenWeb login. That is how we will, especially for those in 1st through 12th grade, that's how we're going to communicate grades with you. And you can find all kinds of fun things on our app. Download our app if you haven't already, Galesburg Christian School, in your Play Store. You can find that, and I hope you'll do that. Calendars, everything else available, all kinds of different emergency contact information's available there. You need to, by the way, check that out. Make sure that you have the correct emergency contact and pickups available there so that we know who to call and who not to call. There's a medicine form on our app. If your child needs medication, you can fill that out right on the app, or it'll take you to a link that you can fill it out. So remember those things, and so download that app. And that's our Galesburg Christian School app. You can just search for Galesburg Christian School and you'll find it in your Play Store. We also will communicate with you email. I ask parents to do that. We use our communication tab that we have as teachers and staff on our RenWeb, and that keeps record of everything that we've sent you just for our own accountability. So please don't get frustrated with your parents if they want to email you. That's how I've asked them to communicate with you. And I understand that sometimes an in-person meeting is necessary. I get that completely, but we do ask email be used as well, okay? And so please go about that the right way. We also have paw prints that we send home every week. Mandy works very hard to design and update our paw prints with information that you need to know. We would love for you to read that so that you know what you need to know. Many times the things that parents say, oh, I didn't know about that, it's been in paw prints for weeks. All right, so we do communicate with you in that way. And I will likely tell you when you say, well, why did I know about that? And I will ask you, have you been reading your paw prints? Because that's how we can communicate. There's a lot of different ways we can communicate. We try to do it a lot of different ways, but paw prints is one of those ways that we get that information out to you about different events and coming up, all of those things. Okay, so keep that in mind. We also have a Facebook page. There's usually one post a day that we put on there. And follow our Facebook page if you haven't. We'd love for you to share things that are good to share from our Facebook page. Share those away, and we look forward to great things there. Again, our calendar is in our app. You can review all those things on our app to see the different days off that are coming, all of those different things happening. Okay. Preschool through elementary, remember, send lunches and snacks that require no heating or preparation. There isn't any refrigeration available for students in a preschool through elementary. And also, we won't be able to make your child eat something that they don't want to eat. So keep that in mind with what you're sending them. That doesn't mean only send them candy bars. We don't want that either. So use your best judgment there and help us out with that. Junior, senior high, we will have microwaves and refrigerators available again. And so keep that in mind. All right. Now, here's the big deal is our car line. So please pay attention to that. We have new things because we have changed buildings and all that good stuff. So pay attention to car line as we go through these things. All right, first up is preschool car line. And you can see the preschoolers' parents, our simulation preschool parents driving in here and heading to the back lot. Notice that they're going slowly. And they are going to circle around or park, either one. If you need to park, you can, but otherwise you will pull around and park in those spots or pull around. And usually in the morning you'll park for sure. In the evening, generally you will just pull around like that first car, and the teacher will bring them out to you. All right, so you'll come along. Make sure you stay tight and close together as you're driving, but not too close. Obviously, we don't want to hit anybody, but close enough so that you can pick up your child and we can get as many people into the parking lot as we need to. After you exit, you'll just go slowly out. Make sure that's not a backstretch to a NASCAR racetrack, but instead a nice slow pace down there, because there is lots of people entering and leaving the driveway. So that's an important thought there. All right, so make sure you pay attention to that, just to slowly enter and exit both, so that our students are safe. So keep that in mind as you do that. All right, so that is for the preschool. For our elementary, notice again, they will enter in slowly. and they will head all the way back. At drop off, by the way, you can turn right into the gravel drive if there is no one there. All right, for our lower elementary, this is what you'll do. If there's no one there at drop off, you can drive in there. At the end of the day, if there's no one in front of you, no one blocking the lane there or blocking that gravel drive, you can drive right in the first gravel drive. If there are already people lined up there, then you will go down to the second entrance and turn right on into that gravel, the second entrance to that gravel drive, and loop around. All right, hope that makes sense. And you will drop off right there, either at the stairs or at the ramp. Somebody will be at that door to greet your child and let them in, and then you will slowly exit that same gravel driveway. All right, that will be the drop-off procedure. And so keep that in mind as you're leaving. Again, you'll just go right out that gravel driveway, keeping to the right-hand side because there will be incoming traffic on the other right-hand side, as we see right here. That truck, Mr. Barker's truck, is all the way to the right-hand side, so that other traffic can come opposing there as they get ready to drop off for the upper elementary building. And so they will enter that second gravel driveway off of Fremont Street, turn left into our parking lot, come across through there, and they will let off their 3rd through 5th graders at the sidewalk. And their 3rd through 5th graders will walk up the sidewalk to the front doors, buzz a little buzzer inside the entryway, and they will be let in. Notice that that second car waits until that person is away from the sidewalk, so that way we don't have a bottleneck as people are dropping off and then leaving from the preschool building. That is an important reminder. Okay, so keep that in mind, upper elementary parents, 3rd through 5th grade, that is how that will work. Okay, so that's the upper elementary drop-off. Now our pickup, again, as we already mentioned with our preschool, we will have that lined up there ready to go. The teachers will bring your child out to you, and you will keep close with the car in front of you, and you will pick up your child as they come through. And as you leave, again, you're going to go slowly as you exit. We see this car has an early elementary child as well, so they're going to go straight across to the elementary pickup and early elementary pickup and park up at that front spot, or however far up they can go. So if they have that to do, that's what they will do. They will head up that way. All right, if not, they will just exit as we've already shown, and hopefully that will make a lot of sense as you get involved with that. All right, but if you have upper or early elementary students to pick up, you'll go there. If you have upper elementary people, I would suggest not coming until later, until 3:30, 3:40. That way you can pick up your preschool child and go right in the car line for the upper elementary, which we'll cover in just a second. Notice how this works for the elementary classes. They're double lines, and so all the way through on pickup there will be double lines going through our early elementary pickup parking area or driveway. Okay, so they'll come in there, they will make that turn. You basically just need to listen and watch for instructions from the teachers that are out there. Follow the car in front of you, listen to those instructions, pull as far up as you can, and you'll be just fine. All right, I know it's a little confusing for everyone, but that is the goal. You can see where those cars park. You can park as far up as you possibly can for that idea of pickup, and we want to get as many cars in there in that area as possible. It should be less hectic this year because we have students split up more, so it should be easier. It should be, all right. We're going to hope that will be the case. And so there, our our lower elementary parents are waiting, and they will then pull off. And as they pull off, we will have some that will go through to pick up the upper elementary car line, and others that will not. And we'll cover that in just a second. Here we see the upper elementary parents arriving, and they will head in that second lot again and then circle through that driveway. Now, a little bit different than what our video is going to show here. is we are prepared that we may have to double up the line for our upper elementary. Again, we would encourage you not to come right at 3:30. If everyone comes right at 3:30, it's a mess. If a few of you come at 3:30, some of you come at 3:31, and so on, it will keep the car line moving very well. Because we don't have junior senior hire, or we don't have senior hires in this building anymore, now we can double that line up through there because no one's leaving. And if they want to leave, they're going to have to wait. So instead of having a single line in that parking lot, there will be 2 lines through that parking lot. And we'll again direct you as you get here. You'll pull up to that sidewalk, pick up your child. Okay, hope that makes sense. So here we see the early elementary building again with their parking. And as they leave, notice that some that have early elementary and upper elementary will make a turn into that parking lot. And they will pick up their child. So I would suggest being on the outside line. If you can't be in the outside line, that's okay. But that is how that will work. Okay? So we can see this car right here is turning into that parking lot and being able to go and pick up their child from the upper elementary. Is it going to be a little congested and confusing at the first day? Yes, that's the blessing of car line. That's just the way it is. It'll be fine though, okay? And I hope that will be a help to you. Now, for our junior senior high building, we will hopefully again have very clear markings for you to follow with our parking lot, which is getting actually resealed today and then relined tomorrow. And then you should be able to know how to pick up and how to drive. But you should be able to come in right in the lot, pull all the way down. Because we're going to be using Pick My Kid, the idea would be that you will have that app on your phone and be able to see when they come in, or we will be able to see when you come into our parking lot, and then your child will be ready for you. That's our plan, okay? So hopefully that will work well for you. All right. There will be, I'm sure, a little bit of confusion, a little questions as we go along, but be patient with us. Just a reminder about times. Our early stay begins at 7 a.m. in the preschool and elementary buildings. And so 7 a.m. that begins. That's $4 $4 an hour. Every 15 minutes we do break it up, so you only use 15 minutes of it. That's fine. Junior high, senior high building will open up around 7:15. If you need it before that time, please let us know. And usually it's around 7:15 that will be open and ready for your child. Pickup, preschool is at 3 p.m. Upper elementary, early elementary, 3:30 p.m. Junior, senior high classes usually end around 3:30. And so pick up somewhere between 3:30 and 3:40. Just give your child enough time to get back into their locker and get fixed up with all of that. Those using bus transportation will be picked up from our Fremont campus at 8 a.m. from the main building. If they're not here by 8 a.m. from the main building, you're going to have to drive them to the other campus because the bus is only doing one trip. So keep that in mind. 8 a.m., the bus will leave here. The bus will return at 3:10 p.m. It will leave the Academy campus at 3:10 and come back here. Important note, that bus transportation will be affected by our sports schedule. Please look for announcements about that. I only have one bus that we can drive right now. I've only got, by the way, if you have a bus license, passenger license with air brakes and can help me out with sports travel, that would be great. I would love that. But keep that in mind, especially those of you junior, senior high that are using that bus transportation. Because we do plan to use, for those of you that have students in soccer, we do plan to use the bus to transport the junior, senior hires back to the Fremont campus for soccer practice. And so they will get on that 3:10 bus and head back this way. So just keep that in mind as well, that is available, barring volleyball games where the bus will be traveling to those games. So there'll be a little bit of figuring things out as we go here. Please, please, please be patient with us with all of that. All right. Late stay again begins at 3:45. Our upper elementary will be moving their late stay to the early elementary building at like 4 o'clock, somewhere between 3:45, 4 o'clock. We will utilize that red card that we've utilized in the past in the window, just so that you know if your child is here or there. So keep that in mind. Somewhere between 3:45 and 4 o'clock, they'll be heading over to the other building. So if you're coming at that time, look for that red card in the upper elementary building, the brick building, so that you know where your child is to pick them up from late stay. We also plan to use Pick My Kid in the upper elementary as well as the junior senior high. That's going to take some figuring out, I understand, and please be patient with us as we try to figure it out. We tried to use it some at the end of the year. It didn't work quite as we thought. And so honestly, we're a little frustrated with it right now. I'll be honest with you. Very straight up with this. We are frustrated with it, but we think we can make it work how we want it to work for our junior senior high and for our upper elementary. And so you'll be getting an email about that and about how to sign up for that and what that all means separately as we figure it out completely. But we will be utilizing that, especially the junior senior high. We're going to be utilizing that pretty much solely, and so keep that in mind. All right. A few thoughts just for our junior senior high parents. Again, we're at a new campus. We want to really do things, start fresh and do things the right way. And just a reminder that our junior senior hires are here by their decision. And so we expect the cooperation. And so therefore, when we expect that cooperation, we expect that the students will be cooperating with their education, with the discipline, with what we're asking them to do, and have the right spirit with that. And we get that teenagers are still going to be teenagers. We understand that. We grasp that thought. But we do ask that you help us with that and just help them to become mature adults. Help us as we help them grow. We're helping you grow, help them grow, and you're helping us help them grow because we're a team here and we want to do the best that we can for our students. And so we do give out demerits and we do give out merits because we look at both of them as being important to show our students what they shouldn't be doing and what they should be doing, and to honor those things that they should be doing and to reprimand those things that they shouldn't be doing and that they know about. And so be familiar with our dress code. Look at our student handbook and make sure that you're sending them out the door in things that they should be wearing so that we don't have to deal with it here at school, because we don't want to deal with it here at school. All right? So help us with that. And just remember that. And help them understand that academics are important. They're more important than athletics. And that's our emphasis as a school, that your child needs to be eligible to play. And we shouldn't make exceptions for that they should simply have their academics at a level that there's no question that they are prepared for class, that they're prepared to move on to the next grade and not struggling, so therefore ineligible, and put us in that awkward spot. Help them with that. Help them to learn to be responsible with their homework and their lunches and their projects and their permission slips and their athletic clothes and all those things. Help them. Sometimes it stings to understand that there's consequences for not being prepared. But again, as one of our building blocks, we want to see that growth in those areas. We also, just a reminder that we have the email. They will need a Chromebook or a laptop to use that will be able to log into our Google equipment. So remember that. Keep that in mind, that we want to be able to have that for them ready to go. Okay? And they will get a school email that they will be communicating with our teachers, sometimes with each other, and that is a school email. And that's not a personal email to just do whatever with and sign up for all kinds of things, but this is for them. And they are responsible for logging into RenWeb and using those GalesburgChristianschool.org email addresses to monitor their homework and their grades. And so keep that in mind, that we will put all those in there for them, that they're supposed to be logging in, not just you, but they will as well. And really we want that to be more their responsibility than yours at this point. So keep that in mind, okay? Remember also that for junior senior high, there is a late stay. There are late stay charges. There is early stay. There are early stay charges. So if you drop your child off really early and they're here really late, you will be billed for that. And we will keep them safe, and we will keep them in a learning environment and help them with their homework and things. But that is late stay that our staff is staying later for to care for your child. So keep that in mind. And that's after 3:45. They're expected to be in their classroom or off the property. And That's up to you. Okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and let's have a great school year. Lord bless you.